Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, April 11th, 2024, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. I think I said that wrong. Anyway, so good morning and welcome. Hey, Pat, good morning. Thank you for sharing this video already. Linda in sunny Mansfield, good morning. I hope you're having a great day. Like I said, my name's Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 22 years, and this is my full-time business. So I offer lots of stuff. If you're interested, whether you're watching for the first time, yay, welcome, or you're coming back. So good morning over here to Janet in North Carolina. Marcia over on YouTube. She says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up next to the live chat on YouTube. Thank you, Marcia. Always so supportive and helpful to me. Denise in sunny Colorado. I love everybody's in sunny places. I think it's going to be sunny here today, but it's currently 57. That's not that cold, but it's like really chilly in my house because we've had the air conditioner on the last few days. So I got my little space heater going over here. I'm like goosebumps. But anyway, but it's going to be nice weather, I think, up into the 80s this weekend here in Texas. How about where you are? Denise, good morning in Colorado. Did I say Janet in North Carolina? I think so. I think you were the first one, but just in case. Linda in first time viewing, interested in Pennsylvania. Awesome, Linda. Thank you for watching and welcome. It looked like another Linda that watches, and I thought it was going to say something else, Linda. Landa, good morning to you. Good morning, Lori in Minnesota, liked and shared, watching Card Inspiration and Cute Kitten. Yeah, I don't know where she is right now, Lori, so we'll see. Sandy in Marshall, Wisconsin. Eleanor in Anna, hello, good morning to you. Sherry, good morning. Good morning, Marcia. And Marcia in Wisconsin. Susan, good morning to you. Rainy, Green Bay, Wisconsin. It seems like it's rainy there a lot. Is that true? Terry, good morning. Thank you, Janet. And Stella, good morning to you. Okay, so as a reminder, let me see. I don't know if this is going to show. Let me just see. Yeah, it's going to be covered. I'll put this banner up here today so y'all could remember I'm giving away free cards. But as a reminder, on YouTube, later today, I will add timestamps to the video in YouTube only. So you'll be able to skip around if you're watching this on replay and go directly, or you want to come back and watch only second card. You can skip directly to that. You can skip to the parts that I put links to. That's in YouTube. I'll add that later today. And tomorrow I will add a link up here to take you straight to my blog, which is stamptherapist.com. So I'll have all that going on. Let me remove this. Okay. As you come onto this video, please say hi. Watching replay, YouTube, Facebook, live, any of those count to get you entered to win the 3 cards I'm going to make today. I'm using the Painted Lavender Bundle and then Perennial Postage for the words. And of course, I use the dies as well, but I have them all split up. You'll see when I start stamping what the deal is with that. But this is a class also. So first of all, just to make sure you're clear, you can be entered to win those cards that I'm making today, the 3, by commenting on the video, even on replay, even in the YouTube comments down below, all the stuff. And then if you share the video, comment that you shared like several people have, and you'll be entered a second time to win those cards. And all that helps me. So thank you very much for doing that stuff. Commenting, sharing, thumbs up, hearts, sad faces, everything counts. Follows, subscribes, all the stuff. So thank you very much. Rhonda, good morning. Yes, you are welcome, Rhonda. Rhonda took the retreat to go because she couldn't do in person this time. And thank you very much, Rhonda. I'm glad you liked it. Someone else, was it you, Rhonda? I can't remember. Someone texted me. I think it was Marsha. And they texted me after they received their retreat, and they were like, "You guys outdid yourself. This is an amazing retreat in a box." So thank you very much for the compliments. And maybe you guys can sign up for the next retreat in person or to go. Although the next one will be in, wrinkle my paper there, in June, and it will only be offered to go because it's full. Yeah, June. Anyway, let me see up here. It's April in Wisconsin, so yes, it's rainy a lot, says Sue. Mary Jo, good morning. Marcella, good morning to you in Maryland. Mary Ann, good morning. Watching on YouTube. Let me see who says that. Can't I? Marcia loves that bundle. Yes, the lavender stuff is so good. Martha, watching on YouTube. Sorry, I was like trying to find your name there. Linda, favorite set and DSP. Yes. Save it and watch it later. Linda, this is who I thought you were earlier. Linda Carver. FYI. Jeanette, hello, and Stuart VA. Robin, yay, making it to a live. Robin's been very busy lately, having to watch those replays. Marcella, thanks for sharing. Cindy, good morning. Linda Gibbs, good morning in Milwaukee, or Cloudy. Love the Perennial Lavender Suite. Yes, it's so good. Martha, good morning. Rosa, good morning. Susan, good morning. Lots of people here today. Linda, word corrected you. No problem, Linda. It was also just my interpretation in my brain. Julie, good morning. Marcia, thanks for sharing. Julie's at the dentist. I love that. That's the best place to watch these videos, right? Debbie, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Jeanette, thanks for sharing. Cindy, good morning, and thanks for sharing. Other Cindy, so many Cindys. Thank you, Marcia. She said we outdid the retreat over and beyond. Thank you so much. Linda in Idaho. Sherry, good morning. Kylie, good morning. And Cindy got her retreat a couple of days ago. Yay! Love it. Oops. Okay. How many Lindas? I have a lot of Lindas and Cindys, and it's not me. Like, I think those names are more common than I thought they were. And Margaret, awesome. Marcia, lots of people from Wisconsin. That's true as well. Mary Jo received her goodies for lavender class. Super excited to work on this Saturday. So beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, I talked a lot. Let me get into my upcoming events for you guys. Just let you know what I'm offering. Everyone can take these if you live in the United States. If you don't, you can take the tutorials only. So all of my classes and events will include your PDF tutorial with full written instructions, step by step, with measurements and everything, detailed instructions. That's what I'm trying to say. Trying to remove this thing real quick. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible unless otherwise stated in your registration. You'll cut your own designer paper and kit components that are included with the fee. You can get those tutorials only anywhere in the world, and anyone in the United States can take the classes. Okay. Back to, sorry, let me root. I'm having trouble switching between all of my screens today. Okay, so upcoming events, first of all, is my 4 monthly classes, not classes. Card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. Anyone can take these anywhere in the U.S. They're all offered to go, but you can take them in person if you're local near me in Texas, and they are in DeSoto, Texas. So the first two, card and scrapbook, are $20 or free with a $20 order. You need to register by April 18th, and they are while supplies last. You'll make 3 12x12 scrapbook pages for the $20 free with a $20 order. By the way, you can join the clubs on these. It's a 6-month commitment on ordering there. Just let me know if you need details on that. And we're going to use thoughtful expressions for one set of layouts and ice cream swirl for the other. And I saw a typo on my sheet. you'll make 2 matching pages and 1 that doesn't match, and then you'll make the following page next month plus 2 more. So hopefully that makes sense. Card class, we're going to make 4 cards, 2 with Cutest Cows bundle, so cute, 2 with Enduring Beauty bundle. That's the one with the stencils, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So links will go out at 1 p.m. in my 1 o'clock email today. They've also already been sent out. I recommend you join my email newsletter right now up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube. You can join that right now to be notified of all of my stuff. And then I'll send out the email at 1 o'clock today. At the very bottom, it just has the links, no descriptions. You'll see the descriptions when you click the links. And join my VIP Facebook group. It's called like Jennifer's VIP Facebook group, Jennifer Cotton's, something like that. Let me know if you need the link. Okay, next 2 classes for the month are, by the way, I forgot to say the dates. The in-person is April 20th, and to go is mailed April 22nd. So April 20th for in-person. Sampler class, you can join these clubs. They are subscription clubs, or you can take the single class. Sampler is going to use the Trusty Tools bundle, and you're going to get a free sampling of the retired Trusty Toolbox designer paper, plus, of course, over $20 in merchandise. Plus, of course, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible for these classes. You stamp and assemble, and you cut your own designer paper. So subscribers are only $35. After 6 months, they get a free gift from me. You get periodic gifts monthly from me. They're not guaranteed every month, but we throw little gifts in there here and there. And you save $2. It's only $35. Yes, you can cancel anytime, but if you stay 6 consecutive months, you get a gift from me. The class is $37. So the link to both of those things will be in the email. Also, you can join the club right now in this email. In this video. Join it right now. Cancel anytime, no problem. Just try it out. Give it a try. Okay, Stamp a Stack. Guess what we're using? Painted Lavender and Perennial Postage. So guess what cards I'm making today? The Stamp a Stack cards. This is, so you'll see the cards today. You can make your decision if you like it. This is a class or subscription club. I do it every month. Currently, it's 12 cards for $35 for club members, $37 for non, over $20 in merchandise. We cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. So you're going to see those cards today. By the way, the deadline to sign up or join the clubs is Sunday, April 14th. So you have a few days, like 4 days if you count today, to sign up for the club or sign up for the single class. Okay, any questions, let me know. Hey, Marcia, thanks for sharing. Cindy, thanks for sharing. When are you doing the share? Good question, Marcia. We will be doing the share. Let me grab my calendar. One moment. The party is happening on May 25th. The links will be coming out very soon. Very soon. I opened the file today that Alejandra and I use to calculate the price of the share. We type in literally the name of the designer paper, the price, blah, blah, blah. And, we just have to do the math to see how much it's going to cost. And then we'll put it out there for you guys to register. And then the party will happen on the 25th. So probably the share will be mailed either May 17th or 20th and ready for pickup. May 17th or 20th, most likely. 20th at the latest, but I can't remember exactly how Alejandra and I do that. So you can do the paper share only from the new annual catalog. You can do the ribbon share, which I don't know if we'll combine them. It will depend on cost, or they may be separate. We combined them last time because it was so cheap, basically. And so don't sign up with anybody else. It's coming. Don't forget, we don't cut your paper into 6x6. We cut it into 6x12. So that way you get more of a useful piece of paper. You can put it on a scrapbook page. You can cut up 3 card pieces from it instead of only 1 from a 6x6. So if it comes in 12 inches, we cut it into 6 inches by 12 inches. So anyway, that's coming. So thank you, Marcia, for asking. And it's coming, it's coming. Robin says, the retreat in person was amazing too. Come next time if you can. It's worth every penny and you won't be disappointed. I agree, Robin. It really is fun though, for real. Like we have fun because we're fun people. And then you can be there and use our stuff and all the stuff. Of course, the next one you can probably attend in person will be March of next year due to the other ones being sold out. Okay, Xana, good afternoon to you. No problem being late. Juanita, hello to you. Xana, thanks for sharing. Pam, thanks for sharing. Would you consider adding the zinnia and coffee paper to the share? Great idea, Rhonda. Let me make a note right now. Actually, I'm going to make the note in my file because that will be less likely for me to forget. Zinnia and coffee. I can't remember the real name. Latte. But anyway, let me bold this and highlight it and hit save. Okay. Yes, I will consider that, Rhonda. I think it'll probably be an optional add-on. That would be a good idea. When is the new catalog available to purchase? So if, Marcella, do you mean when can customers buy from it? Is May 1st. If you need a new catalog, if you're my customer and you've purchased from me in the last 6 months, I can mail you one for free. I've mailed it to most of my customers who have done that already. Like I've selected you from Stampin' Up. And if you just need a copy, you're like, I'm not going to purchase from you, but I'd like a copy. It's $5 plus shipping. So whatever works for you. But if you're asking when can you purchase from it, May 1st. May 1st. Or today if you join my team and select items. Okay. Any other questions? Y'all just keep them coming. I love it. Let me see who else said good morning here. Carmen, good morning to you. Okay, annual catalog celebration. I don't think I have any graphics. I've been busy lately. Yeah, no graphics for this. But annual catalog celebration is coming. This is an in-person or to-go event where you'll get to make a bunch of stuff from products in this new catalog. This event is happening in person or to go on June 8th. It'll be mailed like the Monday after that, which will be like the 10th. If you take it to go, there will be a Facebook group involved where you can see the stamping demonstrations. We have 2 stamping demonstrations. We have additional display stampers that create new samples for the event. And look, I'll have my name on my catalog. It's like, don't touch it. You'll get to see the photos of those. Plus, of course, you'll get the projects, PDF tutorials, etc. You can do PDF only and Facebook only for this event as well. No paper. Okay, in person, I'll have my BOGO sale with all my new retired stuff. So you should definitely come. Exclusive Facebook group. Fee includes an assortment of new accessories, lunch in person, 2 stamping demonstrations, at least 8 projects with all new stuff, door prize entry, and fun. It's about a $50 plus tax value door prize that you'll be entered for. Everyone's entered. And you can do an optional card swap even. There'll be displays. It's 9 a.m. in person. And we are using the Labeled with Love bundle, Flowers of Beauty and Unbounded Love bundle, Sketched Butterflies bundle, and Thoughtful Wishes bundle. Register by June 2nd. You can register for this right now. If you don't know what those bundles are, I don't have them all yet, so I'll show them later. Or if you have your catalog, you can look them up. And in the index in the back index. Yeah, so that's what, I was gonna say, like, I almost was gonna do new stuff today on my video instead of my class, but then I ran out of time and it was more time efficient to design the class and show it on the video, if that makes sense. But I am going to do a new stuff video soon. And I don't have as much new stuff as I usually do. So also as I build that up, I'll have more to show on the video. So anyway, okay. Hopefully I answered your question, Marcella. Next up, Spotlight on Nature Bingo. So I will be having a Zoom bingo May 30th, 6:30 p.m. Central on Zoom. Anyone can attend in the United States, of course. You'll make 4 or more projects with the Spotlight on Nature bundle. It's gorgeous. I love it. Register by May 19th. It'll be mailed by May 24th. Your fee is going to include, of course, a bingo card so you can play the games to win the door prizes, which will be product credits, some product to use on your projects, 4 or more projects using Spotlight on Nature bundle. And I always give you a little treat with bingo as well, a little surprise in there. You'll get to play those games. The best part about bingo is at the end, it's on Zoom, so you can talk. I make the cards. Everybody can stamp along with me or just watch and visit, but we actually get to interact and visit. So, and tutorials only are available. Okay, coming soon, class. I have a class coming up with Alejandra. We're going to offer it this month. We'll mail it toward the beginning of May. It'll be, I don't want to say the details yet because she's approving it right now. I put my proposal. It's always either she does all the math and proposes it or I do. And this time I did this morning. So she's going to approve that and see if we make any changes. So I don't want to say how many cards, but it's going to include a free stamp set. It's going to be to go only, PDF tutorial. But of course, she'll design half, I'll design half. So you're going to want to take it. So that's coming soon. So just be excited. Paper share party is coming soon. I already gave you the details when Marcia asked about it. Thank you, Marcia, for asking. And this party, that you can do paper share only or add the party, which will include make and takes for every new designer paper. And they'll be designed by Alejandra and me. It's only $20 extra for the party. Like, it's such a great deal. And then you get a Facebook group that's exclusive. We do videos in that group. We do bonus videos. It's a whole event. It is all virtual though. So paper share, or you can just get the paper or just get the ribbon or whatever. That's coming soon. Like I said, I'm going to try to do my pricing by the end of this weekend. Or our pricing. Anyway, Jen and Jen Stamp Camp is coming up. Very exciting. Genevieve Co. So if you live in Canada, you can take this one from Genevieve. And we both will design and do a whole Facebook party for that as well. And then retreats in a box are coming in June and October. So stay tuned for more info on that. Thank you, Xana. I love this. Mary Ann says, new stuff, good. Lots of exclamation marks. Hey, Liz, good morning to you. Joyce, good morning to you as well. Okay, so don't forget about the crafting cruise, Harmony of the Seas. These are some pictures from the last cruise April and I had this past January, February. We will be cruising on Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas, going to Roatan, Honduras, Costa Maya, Mexico, and Cozumel, Mexico. You're going to have a ton of fun. You're going to meet a ton of new friends. You're going to be able to do an optional card swap, have unlimited food, literally included with your cruise fee, unlimited food. Get a bag, get gifts every day, get a half a table to yourself, have class tables. It's awesome. So if you want info on that, it's January 26, 2025. The sooner you sign up, the longer you get to pay it off. And you can pay like literally, I'm going to pay $50 this month, skip 3 months. I'm going to pay $100 towards it. Oh, I'm going to pay it off now, whatever, up until that deadline. We get a group rate. It's cheaper than any Royal Caribbean special. And anyone can take advantage of our group rate. So share it with your friends. They don't have to do the crafting portion. That's optional. So you can bring your entire family and only you can come down to this private crafting room and get away from your family. So there you go. All right. All the links will be in the 1 o'clock email, the links that are available, obviously. Any questions, let me know. Yes, lots of fun coming up. Yes, Linda, thank you. I will look forward to you contacting me about the paper share. Xana's aiming for 2026. Maybe Mary Jo Snyder and I can do that. Xana and Mary Jo, that would be amazing. Oh my gosh, we would love it. I would love it. But April would too. Okay. Reminders, last chance list is going full strength now. Stuff is selling out like crazy. I wish I could share the screen, but the last time I tried to do that, it did not work. Present, share screen. I'm going to see what happens. Sharing screen is easiest with 2 monitors. See, I think I have a problem because I don't have 2 monitors. It's fine. But I'm just going to tell y'all a lot of stuff is sold out, especially from this catalog. Excuse me. Even though there is a few things from this one that have sold out as well, but mainly the annual. Oh, it would be so awesome. What am I trying to look at? The list. So I can just give y'all like discontinued. What did I see? There was something new this morning. But anyway, there's lots of stuff sold out. I mean, there's lots of new stuff, but something stuck out to me. I can't remember. I'm trying to look. Brightest Glow, Regal Reindeer, Hey Chuck, Very Best Occasions, Gone, Good Feelings, Let's Go Shopping. Like so many stamps. The stamps are going fast. I'll scroll down. Lots of ink refills to Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tides. Oh my gosh. Every ink refill for the ink colors is gone. They're all gone. So anything on your list you want that's retiring, order it today. Yeah, just lots of stuff here. So make sure you get on it and get you some free card samples from me. How can I point to this properly? Why is this hand too high? Right there. See this banner going across? I have a special that ends the 14th. The 14th on Sunday. Sunday's the last day to get free card samples from me. So that goes along with my online ordering special. When you place an order with me, I'm going to put this screen up. In April 2024. If your order is 25 or more, make sure you use the host code there, 6PE4RRN3, also scrolling across the bottom of the screen. $25 or more gets you a free class packet to make 4 cards with the Everyday Details bundle. I just mailed last month's packets a couple of days ago, and I emailed them the instructions a little earlier than normal last night. But they've already seen the video. So anyway, 4 cards. We cut, die cut, punch, emboss, everything possible. You just stamp and assemble. $50 or more, you also get a free full pack of iridescent foil gems. So that's my regular special. But April 9 through 15 only. If your order is 50 or more, not only do you get the class packet and gems, you get 10 free card samples. And each additional $25 is 5 more samples. Disclaimer, if your order is over $150, go ahead and don't use the host code, just in that one case. Then Stampin' Up! Will give you at least $15 in free merchandise of your choice. I'll still give you this, and the free card samples. So 150, I have to do math now. 50 was 10 samples. 25 and 25, so that's 4. That's like 5, 10, 15, 20. I think that's 30 card samples with a $150 order, if I'm doing the math right. I think that's 30. So, no limit, but it ends on the 14th. Here are the 4 cards that you will get a class packet to make. Again, we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss. I made these, I believe, on last week's video, so go back and watch it and listen to me talk about what's free. You obviously need your stamps. You'll stamp and assemble at home. Many of my people just substitute if they don't own those stamps. That's the Everyday Details bundle. And then the iridescent foil gems, if you go over 50, plus the card samples. So I'm doing that special in conjunction with the retiring special. So there's discounted items. I did a video about these catalogs retiring as well. You can go back and watch. Get the discounts, get anything you want, 50 or more, you get the free cards. Any questions, let me know. If you want new stuff, though, you can join my team right now. You can get it now. It's only $99. You pay $125 plus tax. No, I said it wrong. It's $99 plus tax. You choose $125 in anything you want from retiring, mini catalog, anything that's currently available. plus select items from this catalog. And there is a secret. You can see those items if you go act like you're going to buy the starter kit. So click my link, join. It doesn't join you, trust me. Join. You'll put in your email and password like you're placing an order, or you'll create one. And then you'll select, like, I want the starter kit. Next. Again, nothing happens until you pay, don't worry. Then it says select your items, and you can see all the new stuff there that we're allowed to order. That's a secret, but it works. And then if you like it, you can go on and pick your stuff and join under me. You'll get lots of perks, discount on every purchase until August, September, October. You'll get a discount until October. You'll see new stuff early. You'll get other perks from Stampin' Up, and you'll get lots of perks from me. All my tutorials are shared with my team for free in our Facebook group. We have weekly creative challenges. We have free monthly crafting Zoom nights. We have monthly gatherings. We have optional $10 plus shipping make and takes each month that you can add on to that team meeting where we do recognition and prizes. There's a lot. It's a lot. So any questions on that, let me know, or just go to the link. I should have the join link in now, but if not, it'll be there later up here in Facebook, and it's definitely down here in YouTube. Okay. I have to work out with traveling from the UK though. Exactly, Xana. Thank you, Mary Ann. I'm glad you like those cards. Yeah, I guess you're I'm like, what did I just show? I'm the worst. Thank you, Xana. Okay, I think I'm going to point the camera down. I got a couple things to show you here, and then we'll get started stamping. It's like show and tell. And of course, I have this so crowded that there's going to be a little bit of junk there, but it's fine. Okay, so pointing the camera down. I have, first of all, I just had wanted to show these from, I don't know how long ago, from the event that Alejandra and I did with demonstrators in Houston, Texas. So this was one of the gifts they received. So these little coffee cups are on Amazon. I have them in my Amazon store. They're perfect. Now, I dumped this out and gave it to my husband, but we filled it with Hershey's Kisses. So they're perfect to give little treats or use for coffee. It's really a drinking cup. And then we just put this little decoration on it because it was the Latte Love theme. And then we also gave them 2 cakes. What are they called? Coffee cakes. I think it's a Hostess brand. We got them at Walmart and Kroger. And they were in this super cute bag that says the perfect blend on it. And it had a adorable tag, but I had to give mine away. So that Alejandra had made. I don't have my tag anymore, but it was all tied on here. And this is actually the one defect bag. We got a defective bag. So that's mine. But anyway, just those are in my Amazon store if you need those for an upcoming event or anything. Amazon links, go to stamptherapist.com and you'll see my Amazon links. And then let me put this up real quick so you can know, not that one, sorry. You can know where my blog is, stamptherapist.com. Just head over there to see all the stuff. Xana, you've got a few of these cups. That's awesome. Mary Jo just ordered some of these little cups. I love it. Mary Jo was, of course, at our in-person event. Okay, what are these cards? These are my card swaps from my last team meeting. So we did meet in person last time, but we streamed it on Facebook Live. Sometimes we do Zoom, sometimes we do in person and stream on Facebook. And we have an optional card swap. Now, I have close to 200 team members. This is how many chose to swap. So as you see, it's not required. Not required. There is a prize, and they get $20 in merchandise from me if they win monthly. And so this swap is from Yolanda. Gorgeous. Actually, let me take it out because there's some Wink of Stella on these leaves. I think this is a new bundle. I think. I'm not sure. I would have to research it. But that looks like a new leaf die. Anyway, gorgeous there, Yolanda. This is from Elaine. That is new product. That is the Spotlight on Nature bundle. This one is from Martha. So cute. Zinnia paper. Zinnia. This one is from Mary Ann. She was the winner. So I know it has, first of all, there's glimmer paper. It's gorgeous. This is the bundle I'm using in my card class, Enduring Beauty. And of course, she always decorates the inside of hers. This card is like 5 pounds. It's heavy and gorgeous. Betsy used the Zinnia stuff as well, which is just a gorgeous product line. It's in the online store. So make sure y'all check that out because you can only see it if you go to the online store, jennifers.stampinup.net. This one is from Robin. She did some amazing watercoloring on here. This is watercoloring, not blends. And of course, her Wink of Stella, she heat embossed. It's gorgeous. Look, I don't know if y'all can see that. So cute on the inside. And it's like a nice, neat, fun fold. This one is from Pam. And boom. It's awesome. Pam did a stamping demonstration at my meeting and so showed another way to use dies like this on the inside of the card where it pops out. So that's another perk. You get to see the stamping demonstrations each month. And then this one didn't have a name on it, but one more swap there that is adorable as well. So when you swap, you might be like, what's a swap? I'm not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I don't know. So I forget how many we have, but it's around 10. You make 10 of the same exact card, and then you get back one of each. So now the person who made this one has all of these other samples to work with, use, copy, whatever you want to do with them. It's your choice. Okay, today's, thank you guys. Yes, those cards are awesome. I love them all. It was, I heard, because my helpers counted the votes for me at the meeting. I heard it was very tight voting. I'm going to grab a piece of tape. I need to fix a piece of paper I have over here. I heard it was very tight voting, like everybody got votes and stuff. So anyway, grab pieces, whatever this is called, like masking tape. Real quick. That didn't even help, but whatever, it's fine. Okay, I think I said all that stuff. So now, oh, I was looking at your comments. That's what it was. Uh-oh, Susan. Don't know why you lost me. Hey, Corinne, thanks for sharing. Yes, y'all, beautiful cards. Hey, Marva, good morning. I know, Marcella, they're all amazing. I have the best stampers. Okay. The cards I'm making this week are with the Painted Lavender bundle, Perennial Postage bundle. This stamp set is retiring, Perennial Postage. So that's a get it now before you before it sells out. And y'all know the stamps are selling out faster than anything else right now. But the dies will carry over. These are the Perennial Postage dies. So Perennial Postage is a red rubber stamp set. This was one suite in the mini catalog, so both bundles were in the one. I mean, I'm saying it like it's over. It's still available. It's still here. It was a whole suite. And so anyway, that's where these dies came from. But the Perennial Postage dies can be used with anything. So they're going to carry over. We'll still be able to get these in the new catalog year. They might be in the online store only, not sure, can't remember, but you can get them. And so they are these like dies that they're rectangles and they have like the edges shaped like old fashioned postage stamps. So little, I don't know what it's called on the edge, but that little scallopy edge. So there's 2 large rectangles, 1, 2, 3, 4 smaller rectangles, 2 squares. One, honestly, that I'm really just paying attention to now, that's more like it just has the little scallopy things on the ends. It's a rectangle. This is a good one. about 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4, and it just has the scallops on the end, more like a ticket. There's a hole reinforcer die. It punches a hole and it punches the circle to go around the hole. There's a tab die, and then this little die right here just makes an impression, like an embossed impression of a canceled stamp. It's got a butterfly in the center, a circle, and then the lines going from either side of it. That's 12 dies altogether, and they're amazing. But right now you can still bundle them until this stamp set runs out. So perennial postage is our words. It's 10 greetings, here for you always. Thank you for your friendship. You are loved beyond measure. You're simply marvelous. I know you will get through this. Sending love and best wishes. Happy Mother's Day. Big hugs. I can't thank you enough. You mean the world to me. So that's perennial postage. Painted lavender is all the lavender images. So I'm assuming all these images are lavender plants, right? I don't know. Since I don't know plants. It's photopolymer, 11 stamps. So we have a big bush thing of flowers coming out. We have a more tall, skinny flower portion of the plant that also has a detail one that can be used on top of it for detail, or you can use these separate as well. I believe there's only a die for the thicker one though. There's a skinny single stem with just little lines coming out of it, kind of like it could be a leaf or a twig, but it's not, there's no leaf drawn on it. Then there's like a bouquet kind of twigs that gather at the top. And it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 twigs. So that's like the bouquet at the bottom of any of these you want to put it on. There's dies for all this stuff, by the way, except this one does not have a die. So there's one that's like a branch with 3 branches on it that have solid leaves on them. None of this needs to be colored in. They're all totally solid. My favorite. Anyway, this one does not have a die. It's a pretty large leafy thing. I'm going to use it today. You'll see it. It's gorgeous. Then another type of little flowers bouquet. Of course, you can stamp all of these flowers and die cut them out and make a gorgeous bouquet. There's this image that's like tall grass and flowers growing from the ground, and almost like wildflowers. Then there's another little image that you can put on top of it, and it's like 3 rows of flowers that you can just stamp repeatedly, which I think I did. I don't know. I didn't on these cards. I've done it many times on other cards. But anyway, and then there's 4 single flowers. It's one stamp, but when you stamp the 4 flowers and die cut them out, they cut out individually. And then there's a butterfly stamp that has 2 small butterflies, one with its wings fully open and one from a side view. And you can die cut those out as individual. Gotta grab these dies. Individual butterfly dies. Okay, so that's painted lavender. I cannot get the name straight. The dies that go with painted lavender, you can cut out all of the stamped images except that one. And then you have 3 standalone dies that cut out floral images. And I will be using all 3 of those today. I've already pre-cut them. So this one cuts out 2 really tall, skinny stems with flowers on it. And then there's these others are just singles of more like leafy branches. Okay. Hopefully I said enough. Side note, the one that cuts out the 4 single flowers, there are 2 of those dies. So it's 11 dies total. All right. What else? Hey, France, I'm glad you caught me as well. Okay, Janet, not all those flowers look lavender to me. Really just the second image on the top row looks like lavender. So Janet says this one, the second one with like the biggest thing is lavender. The others are not. Maybe they are flowers that come in purple. I don't know. Come in purple. Okay, so there we go. Now, let me figure out where to put all this stuff while I'm working here. Oh, before I start saying I'm making card one, I'm just going to quickly show you the designer paper. I'm sure I've shown it on my new catalog video when the mini catalog came out. So I'm not going to go into great detail on this designer paper right now, but it is the Perennial Lavender 12 by 12 designer paper. It's gorgeous. It's mostly purples, like Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Fresh Freesia. Pretty much every purple we carry is in here, also mixed with like Shaded Spruce, Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon. So you've got images that are real busy with like a crumb cake background and then florals all over them. You've got this one, it's like crumb cake with just the green leafies all over. You got some where the little purple flowers are growing up straight in lines. Just backgrounds, but like this one is almost like it has a bunch of pressed flowers in it, but it's purple on purple on purple. So, you know, you can make out flowers if you look close, or it's just like a watermark type of image. One of those where the images, it's flowers growing from one side and the other, but it's on the corners. So corner coming out, corner coming out. The middle is kind of just the distressed, or not distressed, but crumb cake with like little flecks in it. There's some little butterflies on here. It's just gorgeous. And then the back of that is one of my favorite patterns in all of this paper, which is like a crumb cake gingham with the little flecks in it. Almost like natural paper we used to have. They had little literal flecks of like, you might think it was dirty if you didn't know it was artistic. It's that. This one's a purple background with little flowers growing up in a skinny pattern going up and down, and they're more of a white and dark purple since the background's purple. Just a bunch of purple flowers. On this one, it's got a crumb background, but you can barely see it because they're just overlapping. It's like tall stems. This one's gorgeous. It has growing from the bottom to the top, big old flowers. And then the top barely is the crumb cake with texture. And then the back, another one of my favorites. I don't know why I love these plain ones on this one, but it's crumb cake, the whole natural paper look with little white, almost like wheat images. I don't think it is wheat, but little white wheat images all over. Then this one is pretty much like the purple pressed flowers I described, but it's greens. And then the back is another busy floral pattern with a crumb background. So the paper's gorgeous. It is carrying over. Yay. You'll be able to buy it continuously for quite a while now. But, you know, stock up on it now anyway, because why not? That is my favorite DSP right now. I just love the color combos and designs. Yes, Janet. Love those Yes, girl, I loved that natural paper too. My favorite was confetti white. Does everybody remember confetti white? It was the best paper. I just loved it so much because it was like white, but slightly off-white, but not vanilla. And it was it was thick because of because it was like a homemade paper. It was thick. Here's the cat. And then it was like good for watercoloring and stuff. Oh my gosh. Confetti white. But yeah, we had other natural papers as well. They were called naturals because they had those little flecks in them. Okay, she messed up my focus. Okay, we're going to start with card number 1 here. Card number 1. This one's pretty simple. This is my Stamp-A-Stack class. If you would like to make 3 of these and 3 of the next and 12 cards total, sign up for Stamp-A-Stack by Sunday. I have a card base. It's basic white, 5.5 by 8.5 inches. So you just cut your base, your 8.5 by 11 in half. You'll get 2 cards out of one piece. They'll fit into the normal invitation size envelope. I'm going to fold it in half here with my bone folder so that I don't have excessive crinkles on the inside. That's what the bone folder does. Also, I just got makeup on here from my hand. So that's another reason I don't fold this with my hand. That was my knuckle. But that's why I use the bone folder, so I don't get the makeup or ink or dirt or whatever. But less wrinkles on the inside if you use the bone folder. This card will be portrait up and down, so I'm going to set this card base aside for a minute, although I am stamping on it. You know what? I need to get a new card base. It's going to show today. Hold on. I always have makeup all over myself because I wear makeup. All right, let's fold this one in half. It's the same. I have lots of white card bases behind me over here. There we go. Okay, so we'll just set that aside. I am going to stamp on it. And then I have some pieces here. So in the Stamp-A-Stack, you do cut your own designer paper. It will not be cut, nor will your stuff be stamped. You'll cut your own designer paper according to the measurements in the PDF tutorial that's highly detailed. But I will have these measurements for y'all over on my blog today at 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com. I'll have the measurements for all of the pieces. Okay, but we have a piece of the designer paper. It's green on the back with the pressed flowers pattern. And then the other side is crumb cake with just lots of floral images, small scale, growing upward. It's got the purples, the Lost Lagoons. It's got butterflies. It's got little white flowers, green plants. It's pretty. Okay, then I have from the Nested Essentials dies, the second from the largest coffin shape die. And these will still be available next year as well. And it is in basic white. And then punched here from, oh, I need to put this back in my baggie. Punched here from Heartfelt Hexagon die, which is this die right here, which I believe is continuing. And I believe you can also get the bundle pricing right now. Anyway, I have a Highland Heather Hexagon, Heartfelt Hexagon punch. Highland Heather. Okay. As a side note, in this class, you're going to get like a sheet and a half of basic white cardstock to stamp all the pieces you'll need to make all 12 cards. The ones you're going to stamp, loosely cut out, and die cut apart. Die cut apart? Die cut out. Like, wait, what am I saying? So I need to grab me a scrap of white here. So you'll have lots of scraps of white. I do always recommend using my template to do yours so that you don't run out of space. A lot of people run out of space on those scraps, unless you just have tons of white laying around at home and you're like, I don't care if I run out, I'll use my own. You only need 3 ink colors to complete these cards: Pretty Peacock, Gorgeous Grape, and Crumb Cake. I'll grab my Gorgeous Grape first. And what I want is that large lavender image in Gorgeous Grape stamped off. So in this class, if you see light purple, it's Gorgeous Grape stamped off. Why would I do that? Because I'm going to grab scratch paper here. Because I didn't want my class attendees to get confused on which ink to use. So I just have the one purple out, and so I'm tapping gently, but it's gentle but firm. See how there's no ink on the edges? And then I'm going to fully stamp it on the scratch paper and fully stamp it on here. If you do not have a hard, firm table, like me, I have a glass mat here. My table is also actually really hard and firm. Countertops are great. But if you don't have that, I recommend a glass mat or a foam Stampin' Pierce mat, which is this guy right here, especially for images like this, for them to come out clean and even and ink distributed properly and all that. So that's $126,199, $5. Okay, also, yeah, I just mainly didn't want people to get confused on which purples, and because I do these classes in person, and it's less supplies you need to own to be able to make the cards. So Gorgeous Grape stamped off will be basically Highland Heather, but you can also use Highland Heather if you prefer. If you're at home. Okay, next is the bouquet bottom, I will call it. All the little stems to be the bottom of a bouquet in Pretty Peacock. So stamp or ink that up and stamp it. Now, obviously, I'm not following my pattern because I'm just making one card. Full strength Pretty Peacock there. By the way, this is all boxed up for my class already, so everything's labeled. We're ready to go for class. So sign up. Then I highly recommend you loosely hand cut these apart. I have many, many Jennifer reasons for this, but one of them includes the fact that if you don't, okay, can you see it? These marks, your cutting plate that's on top can put what I call crap on the rest of the paper. This is from last week's video. If you remember, I had to cut this for some reason. I guess I didn't stamp in the center. So I had to cut another one and I was in a rush. It was a video. I wasn't going to trim this paper down. I ran this through and of course it put crap all over my paper. This is permanent crap. The other side looks worse because the bottom plate is dirtier. So I can still use this paper, but only portions of it in the right way or the right color. That's one reason why I wouldn't put this whole thing through my die cut machine. Another is if I had stamped this like this, and I would need to run it through my machine this direction. And I don't like to run my dies through sideways because they don't cut as well. They have more chance of shifting because there's more surface area to bump. And it's just not good. Where are the dies? And then y'all know, especially if you have a magnetic plate, which I actually don't use a magnetic plate, but if you do, first of all, your dies could be too close together here and they could overlap. That's another thing if this is all connected. But if your magnetic plate wants this one to keep shifting like this, but this one's perfect, that's no good for you. If these are individual pieces, first of all, you can turn them the right direction. We want it to go in the machine this way, long and skinny. This one the magnet keeps going like that. What I'm going to do is turn my paper like that. But if these are connected, I have to turn everything, and sometimes that puts it off the edge of the machine, etc. So I hope all that made sense. So die cut these out. They're going to look gorgeous, just like that. And then what I'm going to do to this flower is, I don't know if other people have done this or not, but April McCrite did it on her swap at retreat. And it took me a minute to figure out what she had done, but it looks so gorgeous. So I have this on the scratch paper for a reason. And there is a reason I didn't stamp this on the big sheet because it's going to interfere if I do, basically. Okay, so let me grab my stamp. Janet, I really love the little woven basket on the page of samples with Perennial Lavender Suite on page 22. Do you have instructions on how to make that basket? Page 22. Ooh, girl, no. You know what? I don't know. I was going to say, I bet they bought it. That would be, to me, a reach out to Stampin' Up. Who thinks they made that? They do buy some stuff. You know what I mean? Like we do as well, like from a craft store, dollar store, whatever. I don't know if there's other examples in here of that type of thing, but there is a chance that's a purchased woven basket. I mean, I could see how our incredibly creative people could make it, but I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. Hey, darling, sunny Miami. Okay, so what April did, she took the tall skinny. By the way, if you're taking this class already, you're already in my club. These are additional instructions for you, plus the PDF tutorial you always receive. So she took this tall, skinny flower that is part 2 of the other fuller, tall flower. Inked it up in Gorgeous Grape full strength. and added it right on top of this as some detail. So she did it about, I really had to count this out. 1, 2, re-ink every time because we want this to be dark. Don't put them all super tall because you won't get the light and dark, and you need the light to show as well. I tried it a different way. I put it all over. It looks stupid. Just saying. So that is about 4 times. And that's it. But by the time we put this card together, it's going to look so cool. Just trust me. So that was a great way to add detail to that. And I don't know if she saw it anywhere or other people have done it, but I had only seen it on her card. Okay, so I have that and the pretty peacock. Stems keep getting hot and cold. And now I'm gonna get my greeting, and I'm just gonna show y'all what I'm working with over here. It's taken me a minute because I have this tub, which is what we take to class with us, and then my in-person customers or my local people can check these out and take it to their house. I have 2 layers of stamps here, so I've got to find the words I need for this card. And in person, you're going to have lots of word choices this time. But let me find, I'm just going to put, I can't thank you. I just can't thank you enough. I have to find it. We don't leave all the stuff in the tub, by the way, at the class. We take it out for them. Okay, I just can't thank you enough. Where are you? Right here. I thought it was going to be a different size. Okay, so this one says, I can't thank you enough. Thank and you are cursive. The rest are all caps, cute font, and they're stacked. I can't thank is on top. So it fits compactly onto this punch. And I'm stamping that in Gorgeous Grape. Boom. Okay, next. I need crumb cake ink. So this is the die. This is the die. This is the stamp that I'm about to use that does not have a die. I don't really understand why, but that's fine. So it's a stem, and then it branches out at the top with 3 different stems that have solid leaves on them. So I'm going to ink this up in Chrome Cake. This is a brand new Chrome Cake pad, and it keeps getting, I'm a very light stamper. Like, I don't ink hard, but it does keep getting ink in here and coming off on my card a little bit. So ignore that if that happens, please. Just pretend it didn't. But I'm going to stamp this in Crumb Cake ink up here, top left corner. So it's kind of like pointing to the corner and not going over the edges. Then I'm going to stamp it a second time toward the right, overlapping it a little bit and going off the edge so it'll be lighter. And I'm going to ink it again. And I want it stamped off again. So I'm going to fully stamp it off on scratch paper and then stamp it a third time to the left the same way. And that just gives you a gorgeous, gorgeous corner accent there. And by the way, this card I'm making is a little bit of a mashup of the swap April made for Retreat and the thank you card April made for Retreat, actually. It's a little bit of a mashup of the 2. So yes, it's highly inspired. All right, now we have this little rectangle of designer paper. Again, I've got these measurements for you over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. I'm going to attach this rectangle right in the center of this designer paper. This card base where I just stamped in the top left corner. It's a basic white card base where I stamped in Crumb Cake. Okay. Then the next layer will be on Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to place this white Nested Essentials Dies label. I've got mini Stampin' Dimensionals here. Hey, Denise, thanks for sharing. They made it, y'all, Janet, they made it. Instructions are in these sample recipes. So demonstrators can access the sample recipes on the catalog page. Thank you, Cindy, so much. Cindy's on my team, so that's why she's awesome. I think they made it out of crumb cake strips and they used the natural wavy trim to hang it with, definitely on the natural wavy. So I didn't think they made it, but they did because Cindy said she found instructions in the catalog recipes. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, I have Stampin' Dimensionals, my mini ones. I just put 5 on the back of this Nested Essentials, and I'm going to put it right in the center of the designer paper. I'm going to grab my silicone craft sheet, add a little bit of adhesive at the back top of the stems, and attach those at the bottom of the lavender. By the way, silicone sheet just keeps excess adhesive from all over your work surface. Then I'll add Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this, which I put away for some reason. You do not need, I mean, you can, but you don't need a ton of dimensionals. I'm here to tell you. That one might be too high. So I'm going to put the lavender kind of at an angle here, same angle as the crumb cake stems I stamped. Crumb cake stems I stamped. Super cute, right? This card is so simple, but so cute. I just loved how she made it. I'm going to add adhesive where my greeting is going to overlap here. I'm going to put it toward the center, but toward the right. It's going to overlap the raised up flowers. Then right about here, where it'll touch the nested, I'm going to put a dimensional. And all the way over here to the right, where it goes down 2 levels of dimensionals, I'm going to stack 2 Stampin' Dimensionals on top of each other. Okay, and I just can't thank you enough, is going to, actually I'm going to let the top of the bouquet stems show. The bottoms will stick out here. It's super cute. I'm going to add a bow, because with your Stamp-A-Stack, you get over $20 in merchandise. You're going to get half a pack of designer paper. I forget if it's a full or half a roll of this pretty peacock metallic ribbon. You're going to get, I think, a full pack. I'm going to make a bunny ear bow here of purple gems. You're going to get some paper butterflies. That might be it, but it's over $20 value. So you're going to have this ribbon is my point. So let's put a bow on here. So I'm going to make a bunny ears bow. Even if you get half a roll, leave it. Don't cut it off. Just grab your ribbon and make 2 ears, 1 in each hand. Keep the ribbon as flat as possible, flat and even all the way through this process. 1 ear in each hand, left and right. Lots of space in between. You have 2 loops in between your thumb and forefinger on each hand, a tail on one end connected to the rest on the other. You're going to take the right, cross it over the left, right bunny ear, push that right bunny ear down into the rabbit hole and pull. And keeping the ribbon flat and straight the whole time is what will make a beautiful bow. This ribbon's super easy to work with. It's pretty peacock. It has gold thread running through it, but it's super thin. So, but like it's super thin, but not like too thin. I don't know. It's so easy to work with. And then the reason I left it on the roll is there's 0 waste on the one side when you trim that off. There you go. Bunny ear bow. This is the first card, like I mentioned, of the Stamp-A-Stack class for April 2024. Please register. Landa wants to cut more paper. And you can join the club, even better. You'll get perks. It'll be cheaper. You can cancel anytime, etc. Okay, glue dot. Just fold the paper back so you reveal 1 dot. You can push it. It's just like it used to be. And I'm going to put this bow at the bottom left corner of that greeting, which was on Highland Heather paper, just to remind you. And then, of course, we're going to add some purple gems. Now, these purple gems freak me out because it's 3 colors. I don't even know if they're literally named in the book. I can look and see. Purple gems. Okay, it says Berry Burst, Gorgeous Grape, and Highland Heather. But also, you think one's not going to match something, but then it does. So I think I used this middle one, which to me is Gorgeous Grape, Highland Heather, Berry Burst. But I'm just going to show you that even if I picked this Berry Burst, it would look fine on this card. So to me, they're interchangeable when you need to, when you start running out of one color. But I believe I did use this color, which is the middle, I think, Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to put a large one. You get large and small in the two colors, and a small one, and another large in the top right of the white Nested Essentials, and then a large purple at the bottom left of the Nested Essentials. And that is card number 1. So it's really simple, but yet so stunning. And here's my original. You can also have a chance to win this card I just made by commenting on today's video, even on replay. So make sure y'all drop a comment, ask a question, like whatever you say will get you entered, whether it's a question, a comment, etc. So there's the first card. I hope y'all like it. I think it's gorgeous. So thank you, April, for that inspiration. All right. The next two are fun folds. So card number 2. Hey, Cindy, thank you. Landa, thank you. France, thank you. Corinne, thank you. Cindy, thanks. Okay, card number 2. We are going to have you score your paper this time due to the volume of this class, but it's simple scoring. So you're going to have a card base that's a different size here, and I'll tell you those measurements in a second, and you'll score it. And then as a reminder, your designer paper won't be cut, but all this other stuff will be cut. And then you're going to score one other piece of paper here. Of course, you'll have detailed instructions as well. And nothing will be stamped for you, but I pre-stamped a lot of stuff for this video to save time. Okay, so first of all, let me start with the card base because this card has a lot going on. Okay, the card base is, see, I lose these 2 butterflies. Let me try to put them under the magnet. I don't want to re-stamp those. Did y'all see how that magnet just jumped? Okay, this is 5.5 inches tall, of course, by 7 1/4. Well, you can't see that, but it's 5.5 by 7 1/4. It is scored at 4 1/4 inches, just like this is the size of where your card base would fold in half, 4 1/4 inches. So you're going to score it at 4 1/4 and then just fold on that score mark. If it is scored, that's because Landa was bored, but I'm going to tell her she doesn't have to. 4 1/4. Okay, so there's that part. Then we have all these layers. Now there is going to be a piece of paper in here that y'all are going to get mixed up, so pay attention. You're going to have for the inside, oh, by the way, the missing flap will be the front of the card, of course, so it's shorter on the front. It's a portrait. So you're going to have a layer of Highland Heather on the inside and then basic white on the inside. It'll look like that. So then there's this piece here that is, I think, 4 1/4. 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. It's a square and it's scored at 1 inch. So you're going to do that score mark, 1 inch, and fold that. This piece ends up making a flap. It goes right behind that rectangle of Highland Heather. This is also Highland Heather. It'll get attached behind there, and now you have a card that opens like this. Okay. Importantly, you're going to have for the front a piece of Gorgeous Grape and a piece of white that goes on top of that. This piece of white here is bigger than this white. It is bigger. It's the size of the Gorgeous Grape. Why? Because it goes on the inside of the Highland Heather right there. So it's bigger. So as soon as you open this card, take out the bigger one and glue it here immediately because you're not going to stamp on it. Glue it down. Let me just do it right now. Just glue it. It's fine. I don't like y'all to glue stuff. I don't like to glue stuff myself until I'm going to finish stamping it. But this will not be stamped on. You're not going to hurt anything. And now you won't mix up those pieces and then we have to trim it or cut another piece or whatever. Okay, so that's that. You're going to cut one piece of designer paper for this card. It is the back is the purple pressed flowers, but we're using the side that is the crumb cake natural paper with purple and green flowers growing up, tiny stature. I can't think of the right word. Small. I've just blanked out on what that word is. Anyway, they're small, but they're tall, skinny flowers, and they're growing up in rows on the page. That piece is going to go on this front left basic white flap. I'll have the measurements over on the blog at 11 a.m. Central, stamptherapist.com, and of course in your PDF tutorial that's included with your class fee. And then I think I am stamping. Yes, I am stamping on this white for the front, so that, again, we don't want to mix these two up. Okay, so I'm going to stamp on this white piece for the front. Also, you will receive 4 pre-die cut pieces. Gorgeous Grape are the 2 tall, skinny flowers that get cut out of one die. Have them here. Gorgeous Grape. Lost Lagoon is the more leafy die. These are the standalone dies, by the way. Ugh. And when you cut this one, it does put little slits in the leaves. So a lot of detail there. And then the last one is like a little, some kind of filler flower for your bouquet. And it's in Highland Heather. So you'll have those already. Okay, so stamping. Our greeting is actually going to go on the white piece that goes on the in, not the little flap, but the large piece that goes on the inside of the card. So I'm going to stamp the greeting and this other white. Hope I'm not being confusing. I know Susan. Sorry, I almost called you David. I know Susan. I love it as well. It's so good. Okay, I'm going to grab my stamps over here. That one. Oh, we're going to do butterflies on this card too. Butterflies. And what is the greeting? I put Happy Mother's Day on my other sample. I'm going to put You Mean the World to Me on this one. You Mean the World to Me. So any stamps for in person that I have labeled in grape, you can substitute. Do not change the colors, as y'all know. But at home, you can use any stamps you want. That's another perk of taking it to go. Or substitute completely different greetings from different stamp sets. Okay, so we're going to put a greeting on the inside of this card in Gorgeous Grape. I'm putting You Mean the World to Me just toward the top of that large white. It's like 3 3 3/4 by 5 basic white. That'll go on the inside. And then this piece here is for the front of the card. And I'm going to use, almost made a big mistake there. I'm going to use that same leaf that I just used on the last card in Crumb Cake, same color, and it's the one that does not have a die. I'm going to stamp this. This is again a portrait card, so this rectangle is portrait, and I'm going to stamp this leafy thing right in the center, going straight up in Crumb Cake, and then again to the right, stamped off. And I'm going to do the same thing I did before. Ink it up, stamp it off fully, stamp it to the left. It's just not in the corner this time. It's in the center, starting at the bottom. And it's super cute. It's like the prettiest little image. Like, I could see this being used with many, many different stamps besides this. I mean, yeah, combining it with other stamp sets. And then on your scraps of basic white, like I showed you at the beginning, you'll need 1 set of butterflies in Gorgeous Grape. They're both on 1 stamp, so that's easy. It's full strength. You don't have to stamp off. And you'll have the 2 butterflies there. They have some detail in them too, even though they're solid, which is really cool. And then you'll die cut those out. Mine look lighter, but I think the ink just dried. It's the same ink pad. And just, where is it? case you need that visual, it's one die that aligns with both of these at the same time. Remember to hand cut them apart, and then you'll have your two butterflies. Okay. I'm trying to be very careful about putting everything back where it goes, because this is a class that they're going to be like, where's so-and-so? I'm like, oh, it's sitting on my desk at home. Okay, so now we can put this together. So what I'm going to do first, because I'm always afraid I'll forget with this kind of card, is inside of the white goes the Highland Heather 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to take the piece that we scored, the 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, scored at 1 inch, fold it over. That's going to go on the right side of that with adhesive on the back of the flap, so that it goes on the back side of this piece and it opens to the right, if that makes sense. And remember, I already attached that white piece there, so I wouldn't be confused about which white piece is which. Now, when you do this, I like to, because our paper is thick, which is a good thing, I like to kind of almost pre-fold this without sticking it down. Have my Highland Heather here. It's going to be centered top to bottom as good as you can. But I kind of like to fold it around like this in the air before attaching it. And then I just close it like this. And normally I don't even use the bone folder, but you can to secure that. Anyway, it's because it's so thick. If you try to align it with the score mark, if you're me, you're going to be off, and it's going to either be too far to the right or it's going to not fold down flat. So that's my tip there. Now this whole piece, this 4 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4 of Highland Heather can be attached inside the card base. Just keep that flap closed so you can see, and try to center it and get your white border pretty much even. This will show on the front of the card a little bit because of the type of card it is. And now I can attach, and I could have done this before, it's fine, but the greeting white piece. Of course, you could have flowers and stuff on the inside, but this card has a lot going on, trust me. I'm not even near finished yet. Okay, then we're going to add, I'm just going to add the designer paper on the front left flap. I will add the white piece that I stamped with crumb cake. Again, I've got all these measurements, 11 a.m. Central Blog. And then attach this. I think I'm a little crooked, but possibly too late on that. Well, maybe not. I ripped up so many things when I made these cards, by the way, yesterday. I had to change designer paper on one of them because I used too much of it. I was like, oh my gosh, Landon's going to kill me. I had to pull up the whole thing and change it to a different designer paper. It was something else I had to pull apart and redo. It was a lot. Okay, so then that piece goes on the front. It's, again, you got the Highland Heather flap and then Gorgeous Grape in white where we stamped. Okay, then I'm going to put adhesive on the backs of my sprigs and stems and whatever that we pre-die cut for you for this class, which you can sign up for right now. Hint, hint. And I just use the silicone sheet. I don't put adhesive everywhere because I do not feel it is necessary. I just put little on little things like this. I just put little spots of adhesive on certain like thicker sections of the image. And I do use my Stampin' Seal. And that's how I do it. Okay, then I'm going to close the card up so I can see where the bottom is. And in the back, I want the two purple, tall purple stems. So they are going to hang off the bottom of this Highland Heather piece a little bit. They're going, one will go toward the left, one will, you know, lean toward the right. The next layer will be the Lost Lagoon leaves, kind of straight up the middle, but it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And then, and by the way, you can use liquid glue for this. I know a lot of y'all like liquid glue. I don't. And then the little Highland Heather one in the front. Butterflies I'll do next, and with dimensionals. These little die cut out butterflies. Yes. I don't know why I keep just actually putting these dimensionals away. That's silly. So I use the mini dimensionals on everything, but they're so perfect for little stuff like this. Like I use them on big stuff too, but they're so perfect on little things. Okay, so the full butterfly top left of the white piece with all this bouquet on it, and the half butterfly toward the top right on dimensionals. And then we need a bow to cover up the bottom of our bouquet. So I'll just do another bunny ear bow real quick. How we doing? Kim, thank you. Good to see you, Kim. I like using Stampin' Seal Plus. See, Susan, that's a whole debate, and which is not wrong. You either, to me, you're either a seal person or a plus person. And I'm a seal. I cannot stand plus. And that's, but I see people in front of my face use it properly. Cat knocked over my light. And it works for them. Like, yeah, it doesn't work for me. And what I mean by that is I rip my paper when I use it. And then I see other people literally perfect. So who knows? But I'm glad you like Stampin' Seal Plus. Highland Heather is a beautiful color. I know, Joyce, right? I don't even, in the past, I think I didn't like it that much. But now I'm like, yeah, why did I not like you, Highland Heather? You're so pretty. Almost prettier than Fresh Freesia, dare I say. I might get banned for that, but it's okay. Okay, so I made the bunny ear bow. If you missed how I made that, watch the previous card. Okay, picked up a piece of trash and then lost it. I'll add this with the glue dot, but wait, there's more on this card, don't worry. Besides the gems, there's more. So we'll just add that bow at the bottom of the bouquet. Looks nice. Gems, we got the purple fine shimmer gems. I used the lightest color here. So a small one up here by the butterfly, a large and small down here, bottom left near the ribbon. Not near the ribbon. That's not really, just near the corner, but showing. Don't let the ribbon cover it up. Okay, so we have this. We're going to do one more thing on this card. When you open it, you got this flap here, which sometimes I do leave blank, or you can put designer paper as well. That's a great idea, actually. But we got these paper butterflies, and they're gorgeous. And so we're going to use them. You're going to get just a few sheets of these in your class packet. And we will use, I have to look at my sample. Well, I should say. Okay, you get 5 butterflies on a sheet, and you get 8 sheets in a pack for $8. Great deal. They're paper. They're sort of attached in here, but you can easily pop them out, like very easily pop them out. It's white on both sides. The back side looks like there's a little brown on the edges. I'm not sure what that is, and I haven't tried to put ink on the back sides, but I assume it would work fine. You can also leave these on the sheet and add ink to them. I'm taking them off for this video, but you don't have to. You can leave them on the sheet. And there's, of the 5, there's 5 different, like they're doing different things, flying different directions, different sizes, etc. So you get 8, and they're back in stock. Oh, did you know that? They're back in stock. Remember, if it says currently unavailable, it's coming back. Don't worry. Don't panic. It's coming back. just lost where I put the packaging I took that out of, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to throw this away because that one is, put it in my recycle bin. That one's done for me. I'm going to grab the scratch paper and I'm just going to add a little color to these butterflies. You can add it as much or little and wherever you want. I'm using Gorgeous Grape. Ink it up. Tap your, this is a blending brush, sorry, small blending brush. Tap it off on the scratch paper. And then for what I'm doing, I'm going to add ink on the center of this. So I took off one of the butterflies that's just straight on, 2 wings equal, right in the center of that. You can, of course, continue to add more color, make it darker, give an ombre effect. If you were doing this at home with your own supplies, you could add multiple colors. You could color the whole thing purple if you want, whatever. I just wanted a little right there in the center to make it special. And then this butterfly is one that is flying. Its wings are pointed left. Its body is pointed right. Of course, it's got antenna and all that stuff. And so for this one, I'm just going to color the body basically, and it'll go up a little bit into the wings. I'm swirling, as you can see. You don't just want to go on your on your paper, you know what I mean? We're trying to avoid getting this on our butterflies. And then if you place it against your white, you'll see if it has the effect you want or you want it darker. I think, yeah, I'm going to do something slightly different on the next butterfly, on the next card. Okay, so those are going to go there. Isn't that pretty? Yes, it is. Okay. I feel like making y'all talk back to me today by saying the words myself. Okay, so I'm just going to use my silicone craft sheet, some Stampin' Seal, and I don't want these wings to go past the edges. I don't want it to show on the front, so placing them. This is card number 2. Stamp-A-Stack class, April 2024. Would you like to make 3 of these and we cut everything for you? Just do a little scoring. You'll be good to go. We'll sign up for this class. Here's the original. This one says Happy Mother's Day on the inside, by the way. This one, you mean the world to me. You could even leave it blank and put a greeting when you're ready to send the card out, you know. And I don't know the name of this fun fold. Like, anyway, I don't know, but it's a cute one. Thank you guys. The purplish can work together. Yes, Susan, I agree. What are you using to get your gems? Kim, this is the Take Your Pick tool. I also have my Take Your Pick tool holder that I sell. Side note, it comes with a Take Your Pick tool and these little tools. But anyway, this is the Take Your Pick tool. It has a putty end, so you can turn it and more putty will come out. And it's sticky, so you can pick up embellishments like these. I don't like it because it doesn't work good for me. But I see other people on videos and they just like touch it and it picks up. It always picks up. I just prefer the pointy. So you can do that. You can also pick up, now what I use this for is loose sequins and gems and dots and all that stuff. Super awesome. The putty. Mine's just all not been taken well care of right there. Then on this end, you have the paddle, which also some people prefer that for picking up their gems. You always need to put your finger on top of it so it doesn't fly across the room, by the way. And then you can place the gem wherever you want on your project and pull it off like I did earlier. Or the piercing tool, which of course you can pierce holes and stuff with. Need a tiny hole for whatever, pierce it. But that's what I like to pick up my gems with, just because for me it's the easiest. This comes with the stylus as well, which fits here. 2 different sizes of a stylus. Comes with the Take Your Pick tool. I think it comes with an extra putty refill too, I think. Anyway, that's the take your pick tool. You asked. Someone did ask. It's like $10 or so. Now, if you get my whole tool holder, obviously that costs more because you're buying more pieces that come as accessories and the tool holder. However, just the tool, take your pick tool alone. Marsha, I got that holder from myself. I sell those. Let me look real quick. I'm going to see the price. Take your pick. I love our new online store, y'all. It's $11. You just go to the store, you type in a thing, and it brings it up. So I did take your pick, and it brought it up. It's $11. Of course, Kim, no problem. Thank you, Marcia. Thanks, Corinne. Thanks, Terry. And one more. Thank you, Pat. And Nora. Good morning. Good morning, Nora. Okay, Marcia, you can private message me about this, but my husband makes these with his 3D printer and I sell them. Okay, that was card 2. Also, oh, look where I put the butterfly packaging over there by my cards that y'all can win. Okay, don't forget, if you want a chance to win the 3 cards I'm making today, just comment on the video, even on replay. Okay, card number 3 is another fun fold. Card number 3. It's a fun fold I do kind of a lot because I love it. And I'll give the details in a second, but it is a, what am I trying to say? I lost that train of thought. Oh, you're going to have to score it. That's what I was going to say. You're going to need to score it. So you're going to get a piece of paper. It's Highland Heather. It looks amazing. 5.5 by 8 1/4. So it's a 1/4 inch less than normal. So you cut your 8.5 by 11.5, and then you cut 1/4 of an inch off. 5.5, 8 1/4. And then you'll score it from each end, 1.5, 2.5, 1.5, 2.5. And then you're going to fold this, fold on the score marks, I should say. So this is the front. It's a landscape. Sorry, it's a portrait card. Portrait. You have this middle section. That's the front of your card. So the 2 score marks that are innermost get folded backwards away from the front. So again, this is the front. And then the next 2 score marks get folded opposite direction, like an accordion, toward the front. And again, I do not know if this one has a name, but I love it. And it makes this kind of card. So it looks like this when your person receives it. They realize, oh, I can stand it up on my desk or my table or my coffee table or my fireplace or whatever. And it looks gorgeous. And then, oh, what's this on the back? Oh, she wrote me a note back here. So that's the card. Super simple. And I love these because to me, they're the easiest to design. Like, I don't know why. I just think they're super easy. So you're going to cut up some designer paper for this one. We got a piece of white for the back. You're going to cut up. This is the same designer paper, the same pattern, but we're going to use the leaf pattern here on the 2 outer flaps and the floral pattern on the front. So I will have your measurements in your PDF tutorial, but also on the blog at 11 a.m. Central. So you'll have 2 smaller strips with the leaf pattern showing. This is the crumb cake natural background with pretty peacock, lost lagoon, shaded spruce leaves growing up on it. Then the back side of that is the crumb cake background with the most busy. It's still beautiful because I don't like a lot of busy patterns, but this one's gorgeous. The most busy pattern of it's just got all the different purples and greens, flowers and leaves growing all over it. And that's it. You're going to do that. Then we'll have the back piece, of course, so you'll be able to write a note and stamp a sentiment, whatever, on the back. A strip here for your greeting, which is a 3/4 inch tall strip of basic white. And then on your scraps of basic white, you're going to need these 4 flowers. Let me show you what those are. Take your scrap. Again, I'll have a picture in the instructions of what to stamp where, blah, 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 of course. Oh, and sorry, there is another piece of paper in this. I'll say it in a second. I'll grab my flowers. And I'm going to show y'all the fourth card that you'll make in this class at the end. So that's a side note because it uses the tall, skinny flowers that we haven't used yet. Okay, yeah, that's all I need. So, gorgeous grape. Remember, I'm just using one purple so that no confusion and less products needed. Scratch paper to stamp off. Ink up this full lavender image. Stamp off onto scratch paper. Stamp fully off and stamp fully on. We just need one of those. Then this one is the smaller bouquet image of a different type of flower that I'm not sure what kind of flower it is. You need 2 in full strength gorgeous grape. Tap, tap, tap. Don't press hard. 2 full strength and 1 stamped off. So just stamp it again. That's it. Loosely cut those apart and die cut them out. This last piece is from the Perennial Postage dies. It is crumb cake cardstock. And I cut out this rectangle that is 2 inches by 2 3/4. Oh, let me see what I stamped on the back because I honestly don't remember. Oh, yes, of course. Bottom right-hand corner. Saying that out loud so I don't forget. Bottom right. I stamped in crumb cake. Get out my scratch paper here. Bottom right-hand corner. I just love how this sprig, the leafy one that does not have dies, looks stamped in crumb cake. So I'm going to stamp it in the corner, mostly hanging about halfway hanging off the edge and halfway on. So it's coming onto the page from the bottom right. And then stamp it again where without re-inking, ink, stamp off, and stamp again. I kind of went too far there, so there we go. And that will go on the back of this card. And then you have plenty of space to write a note. My greeting will go on the front. Just need to look and see what I stamped. Oh, yeah. So this one I did. So you're going to have this scrap in your class packet. 3/4 inch wide, gorgeous grape. Sorry, let me find the greeting. You are beyond measure. Nope, hold on. You are loved beyond measure. Okay, and we're going to stamp that in gorgeous grape. But I have an alternative greeting also. So I'm going to stamp this right in the center. I mean, it does not have to be perfectly centered. Don't worry. It may go off the top or bottom edge. In my opinion, that is better than cutting it the next level up, which would be 7/8 of an inch. I did try it that way. I didn't like it. It was too much white. So I like it better cut off a little bit. If you don't, that's fine. Also, you can put thank you for your friendship on this piece of paper and hand cut around it. So it'll fit, but it's way too big. That does look silly to me floating in the middle of this giant piece of white. But you can put thank you for your friendship. These are longer, skinnier greetings. And let me look real quick. I can't remember if there was another choice. That's peacock. Of course, remember when you're stamping at home, you'll be able to substitute any words you want, as always. But yeah, those are the 2 in my in-person you'll be able to use. Or you can just leave it off and add your own at home. That's fine. Okay, so I'm going to, first of all, cut the ends of this greeting. Scissors somewhere. At an angle, same angle on each end. Ow. Just like I did on thank you for your friendship. So either one. you could use. And then, woohoo! Kim, I love that you're going to need everything. Just go, here's what you do. If it's all available, 162613 suite collection. And you get all the stuff listed here. And I think it's all available right now. We had a point where the purple gems weren't available. Then the butterflies weren't available. But I think today it's all available. So there you go. Okay, so I think I have everything stamped. I'm going to attach my designer paper. Kim, I can't remember if you're local. You could come to class. Can't remember. You're always welcome. Anyone's always welcome. Okay, so attach the 2 strips of designer paper to the sides. The adhesive is noisy today. And then the front one. Yeah, it's very squeaky. Okay. I did the measurements. I will have you cut this designer paper, give a very skinny border. Usually I like that look better. You could adjust it if you wanted. I'll go ahead and put this on the back side. Obviously, you could also add a greeting back there or whatever, but this white is, I believe, the same size as the designer paper. Okay, there's that. And then I'm going to lay out my, oh, I have a butterfly for this card too. Let me grab it real quick so I don't forget. This will be the smallest of the straightforward front facing whatever butterfly. Okay, so I'm gonna need ribbon. This card got a lot going on. Okay. I'm going to make kind of like a bouquet here on the front. So I'm putting the largest lavender image top left in front of this crumb cake rectangle, which is going to be in the, you know what? I'm going to do that in a minute. Let me put this crumb cake on here first. Okay, so this crumb cake rectangle that has the little stamp, postage stamp edges on it, I'm going to turn it over to the back and put adhesive on the back top left and back bottom right corners, regular adhesive. Then I'm going to cut 2 4-inch pieces of my ribbon. This is not, you can either do both ends angled, but for some reason I prefer to do one end angled and one end straight, but the angled end is what's going to show. And then you're going to fold this ribbon. I have a video that shows how to do this, so I'm going to not do this crazy slow. You're going to fold this ribbon like this. Both times, exactly the same fold. Kind of spread the layers apart there. And then from the front, stick that to the back top left. Then I'm going to do the exact same fold. And I'm going to turn it 90 degrees upside down. Is that 90? I don't know. Turn it upside down. And stick it to the back bottom. If you don't like it, peel it off and fix it. I want it to look more like the top one, so I'm making it a little shorter. Boom. That's how you do that, and you don't use 50 inches of ribbon. I'm going to add Stampin' Dimensionals to the back of this crumb cake rectangle, including on top of the ribbon so it doesn't pop off, because yes, that adhesive I put might not be enough to hold it down forever. But the dimensionals secure it pretty much forever. Okay, now I'm going to place this rectangle on the front of my card, basically as far to the top as it can be without the ribbon sticking off the top. Now I can build these flowers on here because I didn't really know how high they needed to be. So I'm going to place the large lavender image pointing to the top right, then a dark purple flower image pointing to the left, going down a little bit. I'm just going to keep going down, then the light purple, then the dark purple. And it's going to be just like that. Super simple. I think I popped up the last set of dark flowers on dimensionals. The other three are flat. So I'm going to go ahead and do that because I can. I don't know that I need my silicone sheet, but just in case. It's light, dark, light, dark. You cannot press too hard when you're doing this in case you need to change the positioning. Yes. Very nice. Add dimensionals to this one. Hey, Chris, thank you. Kim is in Virginia. Okay, Kim, sorry, I forgot. I couldn't think. I think I used to know a Kim D here in Texas. This is why I'm mixing you up. So dimensionals on that last one. But hey, Kim, it's all good. You know, this butterfly is going to end up going at the bottom of our bouquet. So I'm just going to place it there so I can see. And I'm going to place this, this greeting with 3 Stampin' Dimensionals across. Oh, I want to show y'all how this one looks first, though. So thank you for your friendship. Looks perfectly fine. It's just a smaller greeting. And it would be on dimensionals. But I'm going to use You Are Loved Beyond Measure. And then this butterfly, I'm going to get the blending brush back out. Where did I put? Okay, I was like, I lost my scratch paper. This one, I did the edges. So I started out on the paper, but I ended up picking it up and using this more like a sponge. Because I really wanted to get, I shouldn't have gone in without taking that off first. So I really wanted to get it darker on the edges, which you get that effect by scraping your paper versus doing this on your paper. I don't like how this one's turning out though. Still don't go straight to the paper. If you're doing this, still tap it off on your scratch paper first. And so it'll just be a different effect than the other 2 that I did earlier. I don't think I did that section. Oh my gosh, I've pretty much ruined this. Let me see if I can do the back. Hold on. I didn't do the face. I just did the wings on my original. Now we're testing the back of this. When you mess up, being a little more careful now. That's a lot better. Now you can go darker. I think mine is a little darker on my other sample that I'll show you, especially at the very tips. I have a light touch, not on purpose. It's just how it is when I do this kind of stuff. There we go, a little darker though. And then I'll just do a glue dot on that to attach it here, add a gem, and this card will be finished. So one glue dot right in the center of the butterfly. It is paper, so be careful when you peel this off of your glue dot that you don't rip it. That's going to cover up, you know, this where everything meets at the bottom of the bouquet. And then gem. I believe I did use that, the dark purple here. I think. Doesn't matter. You do whichever one you want. Okay, why is that? Make sure you're using enough adhesive. Oh my goodness, y'all look. Apparently I didn't put enough adhesive somewhere. Let's stick this down a little bit better. This adhesive does work. That was just something I did. Now it's fine. Okay, card number 3. Boom. They're going to turn it over. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, she even decorated the back. It's so gorgeous. There you go. Thank you, Marcia. I wish they design, a set like this with blue bonnets. That would be good. Nora, especially, I mean, we're saying that because we live in Texas and it's currently blue bonnet season. Okay, Kim, see, I think you are the Kim I'm thinking of. You used to live in Texas. Yes, girl. Corinne, thank you. Marcia, thank you. Cindy, thank you. Thanks, Terry. Thanks, Cindy. Here's the original card. Pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. So these are the 3 from today. And then this is the Stamp a Stack this month. So don't forget, you can take the class. It's the Stamp a Stack. Includes over 20 in merchandise. And we cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible for you. You make 12 cards, 4 designs, 3 of each. Here is the 4th design. Oh, this was the one, I ripped it apart because I didn't like the designer paper I had on here, and I glued down a different one. Then I used too much of this designer paper, and I had to rip this one apart and change it. So, this is a Z fold. And you can see this butterfly is pretty much just like the one I just did. And these are the tall, skinny flowers. So that's card number 4 for the Stamp a Stack. You still can register through Sunday. You can also get PDF tutorials only, but I only bundle them with my other 3 classes. And you can only register for those through actually next Friday. Anyway, there is a time limit though. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. Thank you, Debbie. Yes, Linda, thank you so much. I love my club members. Y'all are the best. And Linda's one of my locals, so she just picks it up from me. Yes, Janet, thank you. I am, I guess, honored when people case my cards. So thank you very much. Thanks, Pat. Thank you, Cindy. Thanks, Rosa. Kim, Lighthouse Stamping with Lorraine. Thank you very much. Let me see. Nora gave a big smiley face. Okay, Kim likes the 2nd and 4th card the best. Honestly, this 4th card went through a lot. It went through a lot to get here. It was honestly ugly. Then I modified and modified and modified and said, okay, I'll live with you now. No, I like it now, but it went through a lot. There were some stages in that one. Thank you, Marcia. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. It's perfect timing, my lunch time. And I'll do all my video editing. And I'm going to try to do some designing today. So maybe I'm not promising anything, but maybe I'll get some more sneak peeks out because y'all know I'm offering multiple classes this month. So maybe I'll get something designed where I can put a sneak peek out. And yes, you'll want it more. 2nd and 4th, same for Pat. Love it. Hey, Ro. Yes, this is the end. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you, Terry. Also registered as a club member. Thank you so much. Yes, but I will see you in person. All right. Well, everyone have a great day. Great week. I should be back next Thursday, 9 a.m. Central, right here on YouTube and Facebook. All right. Have a great day. Thank you. Bye.